Tasha K recently claimed during a live stream that she had a private conversation with Nicki Minaj about her situation with Cardi B. According to the blogger, she was asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement to keep their discussion confidential, but she refused, saying that doing so would go against the very reason she ended up in court with Cardi and her principles about speaking openly.
The issue is, let me tell you what my issue is. When Nicki come out, she got problems with whoever she got problems with based off of industry relationships. We're not gonna sit here and act like Summer Jam didn't happen.
Cardi B is fuming because Nicki allegedly just pulled a move she didn't see coming at all, paid off Tasha K's debt at once in cash. And now Tasha K has all the ammunition she needs to come after Cardi again, except this time she's doing it with the Nicki stamp of approval. And Cardi, she's really mad that her enemies Nicki and Tasha are uniting against her. What makes it even worse is that Cardi has been having an insane press run that is doing wonders for her numbers. But with Tasha K on the loose, it's only a matter of time before something truly nasty comes to the surface again. And now everyone's wondering, does Nicki really stand to gain anything from clearing Tasha's debt? Or is this just one big scam? So Nicki Minaj being neck deep in Card's business is nothing new, but going as far as arming her ops was a new low that not many people could have predicted. But what really pushed Nicki to get into the fighting ring was this video that Cardi dropped threatening to ruin Nicki's career. In the video, Cardi says she actually has multiple receipts that will end Nicki and her lapdog JT's careers. She warned them to be careful about what they say about her moving forward. Watch closely because you can see that although Cardi tried to keep it light, there's no denying the dangerous undertone in her voice. Cardi wasn't messing around. She looked dead in the camera and made it clear that she was standing on business. And that video, it shook Nicki to her core because, as we all know, Cardi might tell a joke, but she'll never tell a lie. And when she says she has all the evidence she needs to bring you down, it's only a matter of time before she does. So Nicki changed tactics. Instead of going after Cardi through direct shots, she decided to have someone do her dirty work for her. And that someone was none other than Tasha K. But here's the thing. She couldn't just get Tasha K to start digging into Cardi just like that, because legally Tasha can't say or post anything about Cardi until she clears her $4 million debt. And Nicki knew that, so she picked up the phone and dialed her banker's number. However, as surprising as it seems at first, a lot of people felt like it was inevitable that Nicki was going to pull a move like this at some point. These past few weeks, all the signs have been there. Now, as y'all know, Cardi and Nicki have been at each other's throats these last few weeks, and it doesn't seem like their beef is ending anytime soon. They've been at it for a few years now. But what sparked this recent back and forth was when Nicki came for Card's album, Am I the Drama? Just after it got released, Nicki hopped on Twitter and reposted multiple posts stating she's the only female rapper to sell over 100,000 units in the second week of release. And just so everyone knew who the shade was directed at, she made a long post calling Cardi a flop and threatening to sue her for talking about her fertility issues, which she also claimed were non-existent. From there, the whole thing turned into a messy back and forth on Twitter. Cardi would tell Nicki to get over herself and face her kid, and Nicki would fire back, calling her all sorts of names. Cardi also called her an addict, encouraged her to get help, and claimed that her son had developmental issues because of her drug use. In response, Nicki told her fans not to listen to Cardi's album because it had an evil spirit, and also called Card's daughter Culture Ugly. The whole thing went on for days, but Cardi upped the stakes when she threatened to reveal Nicki's medical records. You know, the same ones she swore didn't exist. Cardi also threatened to pull up on Nicki and dared her to send her address if she was about it. Cardi said, "Drop the addy right now and don't go tagging the feds and the police like you did 3 months ago. Shut the F up." She dropped that final shot and one last long tweet. And that was the last thing she said on Twitter about the whole beef. She was clearly ready to take it offline and let things get physical. And Cardi must have struck a nerve with Nicki this time because Nicki just kept spiraling on Twitter. But when she saw that Cardi was not giving her the light of day, she started panicking. And that's when she realized the only way for her to get ahead in this is to tag team with Tasha K. Now here's where things get really shady. Tasha K didn't go subtle at all. In her true fashion, she quickly went on IG to make a post celebrating being Debtree. She said, "Y'all thought we wouldn't do it, but we've paid every single dollar off. Now, the real fun can begin." However, what really got people talking was when Nicki reposted that story. It was quickly deleted, but there was no missing the message. Nicki had just given Tasha K enough armor to go after Cardi, and that's just not something Cardi wants to be dealing with right now. But to really get why Nicki paying off that $4 million is crazy, you gotta remember just how bad things got between Tasha and Cardi. Tasha didn't just talk slick. She made it her whole brand to tear Cardi down. She said things that were flat out disgusting, dragged her family, and doubled down even when she knew it was all lies. And when Cardi finally took her to court, Tasha stood there on the stand and admitted she made it all up. That was the moment her mouth cost her everything: her money, her credibility, her peace. After losing the case, she tried to act unfazed online, but everyone could see it. The woman was drowning. Cardi made it clear she was collecting everything: house, car, YouTube checks. Nothing was off limits. She even went on Twitter and said, "Think it's a game, but trust me, I'm a come for everything. Be better, have my money." And for a while, Tasha went quiet. She had to. That court order basically muzzled her from ever saying Card's name again. So, when Nicki suddenly swoops in and clears that entire debt, that wasn't charity, that was strategy. Because the second that balance hit zero, Tasha got her voice back. And the first thing she did was aim it right at Cardi again. Now everyone's saying it out loud. Nicki didn't just free Tasha from debt, she freed her to attack. And that's what makes this move so dangerous. It's not about money anymore. It's about vengeance disguised as generosity. But we all know Cardi has never backed down from a fight. And what she did next proved she wasn't going to be backing down this time either. Instead of running into a corner to sulk and cry, Cardi doubled down and posted yet another video shading Nicki. This time, she told Nicki she had changed her mind. She was considering not dropping those receipts before, but now she decided she was going to. She basically told Nicki that this was her last chance to have fun, because the next thing she's going to drop will kill that laughter right in her mouth. You can see how serious she is too in this clip. No jokes, just straight business.
Tell you something, tonight.
Wild. They started dropping comments like, "Get her, Cardi." No mercy. I don't see any tears. I hope Cardi takes everything she owns. You jumped on Nicki's bandwagon, now pay. It's clear that fans really aren't taking sides with Tasha K on this. In fact, some people believe she might be in over her head. Because the truth is, nobody gives out that amount of money without wanting something in return. The question is Tasha ready to pay the price when Nicki wants to collect? Now, here's the part that's being kept on the low in this entire beef. Nicki threw the first shot and has been making moves to push Cardi into a corner. But according to insiders, Cardi is fighting back hard, and this has got everyone on Nicki's team scared of what she's going to do next. In fact, Tasha K recently reported that Cardi has started using witchcraft against Nicki. According to her, things started to go bad for Nicki when this witchcraft started. And the worst part is Cardi is not even hiding the fact that she did all this just to get ahead of Nicki in the industry.
Thought that like me and Nicki talk. No, we talk in the DM when it comes to work, but we don't talk like how we used to talk at all. And that's not the issue. The issue is, let me tell you what my issue is. When Nicki come out, she got problems with whoever she got problems with based off of industry relationships. We're not gonna sit here and act like Summer Jam didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
And they put on a funeral for her.
Correct.
That's a ritual. That's a ritual. It's a ritual. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like, that's when everything started summoning. Their entire like plan was to take her down, which is fine. I have no doubt. She overcame that, yes. But you gotta understand. But it's like accolades that should have gone to her did not go to her. They went to other people in spite of. And you got people playing in your face. And so, yeah, they were doing their thing for their promotion on this latest project and stuff like that. Oh, I'm going to outsell, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And what happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But then again, Tasha K's credibility when it comes to anything to do with Cardi B is basically zero at this point. Plus, if Cardi is actually doing voodoo on Nicki, then it just shows that she's willing to take this beef wherever it goes. Now, Nicki might think paying Tasha's debt was just a power move, but what she really did was light a fire she can't control. Because once Tasha starts talking again, there's no telling how far she'll go or who she'll drag down with her. And the crazy part, Cardi's already hinting she's got something locked and loaded, something that could flip this whole thing on its head. So, if Nicki really thought buying silence was the answer, she might have just paid for her own downfall.